Imagine if video games, nerd, pop culture meets Willy Wonka. Yeah, we're talking about it. It's a spoiler review for Ready Player One. Ready, set, go. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. And what is Movie Breakdowns? It's a movie review series. We look at new and old movies. We grade them, A through L's, plus and minuses do count. And let me know if there's a movie you want me to review. Please put in the comment section below, and I'll review it for you. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this review. And before I do that, I just want to say sorry as a heads up. You might hear some background noise. My nieces are running around, so you hear them talk. I'm sorry. All right, so Ready Player One. It's, to me, I don't know how I feel about this movie. It's like it hits everything about nerdom that I like nerdom pop culture. Like if you are huge into anime or the Japanese culture, you're gonna see samurais, you're gonna see ninjas, you're gonna see Gundams, Mechagodzilla, like everything like in Japanese pop culture. You're gonna see some of that in this movie. Chun-Li from Street Fighters, which she's not Japanese, she's Chinese. Sorry about that, guys. But video games, like anime, all the nerdy stuff, like stuff that nerds geek over about, you will see it in this movie and you will geek over this. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. When I first saw the commercial over a year ago, and I saw the Iron Giant in it, I was like, that sold me. The Iron Giant's in the movie, one of my favorite childhood movies, and I want to know what's going on. And then you see Iron Giant with a ninja, and you're like, okay, what's going on here? But then you get Battletoads, and then you get Street Fighters, you get Overwatch, which is a newer video game series, but you get Overwatch in it. And I'm just like, what is going on? So I want to go see the movie. And I was like, eyes wide open, open mind, not sure what to expect. And here's the main storyline of it. Pretty much the creator of the game, he's made a giant Easter egg in the game, or he put like a goal in the game, and the players have to find it. They have to find his hidden treasure. And by you finding the hidden treasure, you are getting pretty much complete control of the whole video game. Now, this video game is a virtual world, so it kind of took like what people think of is going to be in the future, kind of like the Matrix or, you know, VR, virtual reality. Some people think it kind of made that into a movie reality where people who live in the real life, they don't want to be in real life anymore, so they go in this video game and they be whatever they want to be. You can be a girl if you're a guy. You can be a guy if you're a girl. You can be a monster. You can be, you know, other characters. You can be Wolverine for heck's sake. Like, not like the comic book character, but you can be Hugh Jackman if you wanted to, his version of Wolverine. But yeah, anything you want to be. And the main character, who his name is Wade, he's in this world, and he just at the time just kind of like hanging out, being about, and he's like, I also kind of want to go after this goal so I can win everything and win the hidden treasures and whatnot. But by him going on this quest and doing this, he also finds himself being targeted by an evil agency who wants to take the money and pretty much run the world and just make more money off of the hidden treasure. So there's a few things that stood out to me in this movie I just want to point out before I go into the characters and cast. Is that one, this is based off a book called Ready Player One that was created in 2011. And I just thought like 7 years later, this book had became a movie. And I was like, whoa, that's a quick turnaround. But it's not really. Hunger Games came out in 2008 and the movie came out in 2012. So like for today's time, it was a huge quick turnaround. The movie does have like a life lesson in it. It says like live in reality, enjoy the real world, and also take chances, go out and like just go for stuff, take chances, take risks, and live life. Because the creator of the video game, he didn't live life. He put his whole world in his video game, and therefore he was scared of the real world. And by him being scared of the real world, he never was able to experience real world things such as dating and a life and something that wasn't video game or virtual reality related. So he was trying to tell the members of the game, like, live in the real world too. And the main character, Wade, does learn this. He learns over time that, oh, I shouldn't try to escape the real world. I should try to make the real world a better place. And this video game should be something I can go and just enjoy and relax. But my real life, what I should live in. And I thought it was a kind of neat life lesson there, especially with everything with social media and the internet and virtual reality stuff we're going into now, it's a nice refresher and I guess a reminder for you people to realize, hey, life is life. Don't throw it away and be so involved in social media, so involved in the internet. Live in the real world too. So that's my thought. Some bad thoughts I had while watching this movie. It's long. This movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Too long. Like 2 hours good, but the last 20 minutes, they swear they dragged it out as much as they can. Like there's a scene where Wade wins. He wins and you're like, okay, cool. But as he's trying to unlock the hidden treasure, he's in a vehicle and his vehicle is getting like chased down by the bad guy. So he's in his vehicle trying to unlock the hidden treasure and he keeps bumping around. In the video game, he's like falling down, bumping, can't get the key in the hole to unlock the hidden treasure. And I'm like, we know he's gonna unlock it. Why are you dragging this out? For what reason? Like, come on, people. Like, it doesn't need to be this big of a deal. And anytime they went into the real world in the movie, it dragged. It really did. Like, when the humans started talking, it was like, oh man, it's taking forever. Okay, we get it. Get to the next scene. Get to the next scene. Why? Like, that's how I felt when it came to them talking, just exposition and more dialogue. Like, we didn't need all this. And for some reason, the bad guy just kept sticking around more and more. I was like, come on. Why is he here? Get rid of him. We already been defeated. What reason? Then the stereotypes. So there's two Asian kids in this movie. You have Daito and Xiao. They're like a samurai and a ninja in the video game world. But in real life, there actually are two real Asian kids. And for some reason, Daito, who's played by Win Morisaki, he knows martial arts. And I'm just like, that's really stereotypical. Like, why the Asian must know martial arts, know how to fight? Like, can anybody else be in that situation? Can they put anybody? The movie is based in the year 2045. So why couldn't, like, for example, a black kid could use martial arts, or some white kid could use martial arts, or Indonesian, somebody. But why they had to be the same typical, like, Asian? Like, I'm so sorry. It didn't need to be that stereotype. Like, we're in the future, dang it. Okay, that's my little rant there. I was trying to think what else here that I have written down. There is a predictable part too. For example, the last thing, looking at my notes here, one of the main characters, Artemis, she's a girl in a video game, and Wade falls for her. And Wade is falling for her. His friend H, she was telling him, well, he was in the video, he's a man, he's like a monster in the video game. He was telling Wade, like, hey, dude, like, this girl you're crushing on, the cyber crush you have, could be a 300-pound man living in his mama's basement and somewhere in Detroit. Gonna find out that the girl he was crushing on actually is a real life girl, but H, who's the man monster, he's a legit girl in real life. And I was like, oh, there it is. And when H talked about it in the movie, I was like, oh, H is a girl. I hope we get to see the girl character, I get to see the real life person. And we did get to see him, so that was kind of cool. All right, characters. Tye Sheridan, he plays Wade, also known as Parville. I just messed up his video game name. Sorry, guys. But, I don't know, he was a solid character. Like, Tye learned a lot in this movie. Like, he went through the life lesson of, like, you know, the game is not about you. The game is not about 1%. You should be about everybody, your friends, and also it should be about living in the real world. It's okay to play the video games, but don't suck yourself into the video game and just live your life there. Live in the real world. And he learned that, like, oh, he's not the only one having problems in the real world as well. In the real world as well. Sorry about that, guys. He's not the only one having those kind of problems, and he learns to, like, live in real life and in the video game. So I thought that was cool. His growth in the movie I liked. And other than that, he was kind of like just a regular protagonist character, the hero journey. Olivia Cooke, she plays Artemis, also known as Samantha. She's like the bad A girl. Like, she was the girl that, like, man, everybody looked up to. She kicked butt. She knew what she was doing, and she was trying to take down the bad guy corporation, and end up teaming up with Wade throughout the movie. And those two got into a little love relationship there, which grew, and at the end of the movie they ended up getting together. But her as a strong female protagonist, I liked. She was cool. And then you get Ben Mendelsohn, who plays Sorrento. He's the head of IOI, which is the bad guy corporation, and he was the bad guy. Ben was the same guy he was in Rogue One. He was this guy in this movie, and he was also just trying to take down the kids and run the world so he can make more money and pretty much grow his pockets. And the kid was like, no, we're going to stop you, kind of deal. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. He kept coming back. And they finally beat him in the movie. And so, like, I don't know. He did a good job. I didn't really think much of it. Yeah, he played his role, and I didn't think anything wrong with him. And then the last character I'm going to talk about is Lena White. Oh, sorry, White? Lena White? Or Whitey? Lena Whitey? Sorry, I messed your name up again. But she plays Helen, who's also known as H. Just go with Helen. But, yeah, H. Aech, but it's pronounced H. Sorry about that, guys. But, yeah, she's the other cool character in this movie. And, like, she was, like, Wade's best friend in the video game and ended up being, like, a good person to help him out in real life as well. So, I thought it was kind of cool. And then, as I talked about earlier, the two stereotype characters that I didn't really like, Phil Zhao and Win Morisaki, who played by Sho and Daito. They were the ninja and the samurai, and I wish they could have been, like, in real life, two different people. I wish they wasn't Asian, because it just, like, really just stereotyped these characters there. You didn't need to do that. Why? But Philip Zhao, his character, Sho, he was an 11-year-old kid in this movie, which I thought was awesome. So he's an 11-year-old kid who's just kicking butt, which shows, like, in real life, you don't have no idea. If you're playing, Fortnite, you have no idea some kid on there who's 9 or 10 kicking your butt, and you're like this 30-year-old dude getting your butt handed by a 10-year-old. I thought it was kind of cool, which is awesome. Anything else I want to point out? This movie has some cussing in it. It has a dick kick in it. It has a middle finger in it. So is it really, I said it's more PG-13 instead of PG. So you're taking your kids to see this movie. You're going to hear the S word a lot. You're going to hear the F word sometimes. So give you a heads up there. It was cool to see Mechagodzilla versus a Gundam versus the Iron Giant. I thought that was awesome. So, like, as a nerd, the nerd in me was, like, geeking out through this whole movie. Anytime I went to the video game land, I just, like, yes. All right. Is a movie you should watch in theaters? No. Wait till it comes out on DVD or Hulu or Netflix. I think you'd be perfectly fine watching this movie when it comes out on that platform. And grading time. I'm going to grade Ready Player One a solid C+. Yeah, I was trying to write it out there. I would just keep going backwards, but no, I gotta go this way for you guys. A solid C+. And the reason why, it dragged. And every time I went to the human world, it kept dragging, and it's like, okay, we get it. But then every time they went back to the video game world, like the whole, not Silence of the Lambs, the whole, I can't think of the name of the movie now. It's a Stephen King's movie. The Stephen King movie that was in this movie, The Shining. Like, anytime they went to the Shining world, and I was like, oh wow, this is kind of cool. They went to go to the Shining, like, literally movie, and characters who didn't see the movie, they kept falling for the traps that was in the movie. I thought it was awesome. So, like, it was cool seeing stuff like that. But as I said before, it just dragged out in the real world stuff, and it was just like, come on, guys, we know what's gonna happen. We kind of know the ending of it. Why are you taking forever to get to the ending? For what reason? But other than that, anytime it was in the video game world, in the Oasis, it was cool, fast-paced, like Donkey Kong sing, or not Donkey Kong, but King Kong sing, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park, like, all that stuff was cool. The racing scene, which actually didn't have any music during that scene, I thought was awesome. That's it, a C+. Like, besides the human world stuff, the video game stuff was phenomenal. And the characters themselves, like, did anybody else stand out in this movie? Not really, no. I didn't walk away from this movie thinking that actor, that actress knocked it out of the park. It was just like, everybody did a solid job. So, C+. What did you guys think? Or if you haven't seen this movie and you go see it, let me know what you think. Other than that, if you have seen this movie, please put in the comment section below what you think. Now, other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Movie Breakdowns. See you guys next time, and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is that you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here. Follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. You can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.